Abandoned websites are a peculiar curiosity, full of designs and features that aren't seen anymore. In many ways, they are time capsules to a long-forgotten era of the internet. They are a throwback to long before it was centralized and standardized. These websites offer a window into a world that has flown by, and there are many such examples. One of the most famous examples is arguably the Space Jam website, which is completely unchanged from the film's original 1996 release, but it is far from the only example. So many more abandoned websites exist out there in the vastness of the internet. But before we get to the website of interest, we need to talk about Cats. Cats is a musical by Andrew Lloyd Webber based on T.S. Eliot's Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats. The musical focuses on a tribe of cats called the Jellicles, who once a year meet to go to the Jellicle Ball and wonder amongst themselves who will be selected by Old Deuteronomy, their leader, to go to the Heaviside Lair to be reborn. The show is known for many things. For example, how much dancing it contains, especially when talking about the 10-minute long Jellicle Ball, which, apart from its music, is otherwise silent. The songs as well, such as Skimbleshanks and Memory, which is well known and famous in its own right. However, no show would be complete without its characters, and Cats has one large ensemble of characters. From the larger-than-life Rum Tum Tugger, magical Mr. Mistopheles, Mungo Jerry and Rumpelteazer, and most importantly for us, etc. Etc. is as a background of a background character as you can get, yet she is the cat who flies through the air during Jellicle songs for Jellicle Cats. She is also one of many kittens who gets infatuated by the Rum Tum Tugger's features. Etc. was used in the original London and Broadway productions, although nowadays most productions omit her. However, every cat has their fans, and this is where our story begins. In the 1998 film of Cats, Etc. is played by actress Jo Bingham. One day while googling the two of them, I stumbled across this image of her playing Rumpelteazer. Curious, I clicked on it and was greeted by this. This strange page is mostly a biography of Bingham's career, not just Cats, but her parts in Grease and The Wizard of Oz to name two. Already though I could tell something was different, as the author added quite a lot of personal feelings and thoughts to the page. That, plus the Cats logo gif going across the bottom of the page, an odd, old design choice I haven't seen much of for a long time, got me thinking. Thus I decided to go and see what the site was about. I went to the homepage and got shown this. A broken homepage with a note from the creator explaining that Angelfire, the website's host, had deleted half of their files, and so they had decided to move to another host. That link, clicks toe Rumpelteazer, is dead. That leaves us with angelfire.com, my, etc., home.html, and no way to find more of the website. Luckily, there is a way to view websites as they were, the Wayback Machine, an internet archive, and by using it, it revealed just how old the site is, with the oldest save being from October 29th, 2001, before the original London run of Cats closed in 2002. It also revealed that the homepage broke no later than October 2nd, 2002, meaning that the website has been abandoned and broken for well over 2 decades now. What is funny though, with the exception of the broken homepage, the rest of the site is still live and accessible on the live internet if you have the links, which allowed me to find it like I did on Google Images. However, to my surprise, the Wayback Machine is not the only way to view the broken webpage. As while writing this script for this video, I discovered another website. Angelfire.com, my, etc. old.html, which is still up and has an intact web page. It is functionally identical as the earliest 2002 save on the Wayback Machine. This doesn't mean the Wayback Machine isn't useful here, as certain features and photos, such as the guestbook and search function, are completely broken and can only be viewed by using it. I'm not entirely sure why they exist like they do. Nevertheless, for the purposes of this video, we will be using both interchangeably to view and explore. The first thing you'll see on the site when you scroll beyond the photos and background with Mistopheles and Demeter is the introduction from the page's admins, Etc. and Gemteaser. While the site states to be focused on cats, the following is a tribute to the actor Kevin Smith, who had passed away in March 2002. As is common for websites around this time, the distinction between a personal site for its author and a focused fan page is quite blurred. Diving into the first subsection, What's New, we can learn quite a few things. Firstly, the first update happened in September 2001, so the website was likely started in late August or early September of the same year. Secondly, we can narrow down when the first site's homepage broke, as the last update was on June 28, 2002. If I had to guess, it broke sometime in early July, as updates were still happening regularly up to that time. Lyrics and casts and crew are self-explanatory. Interestingly though, there is a page for the final cast of the Broadway production and not the London version, which had closed on May 11th, 2002. More interestingly though is the characters section, which gives full outlines for every Tom and Queen in the show. Even more obscure characters, such as Exotica, who was created explicitly for Femi Taya to play in the 1998 film. The most important pages here are for, of course, Etc., Bomberina, and Demeter, with the former two being the author's self-admitted favourites. A curious detail I noticed while on these pages is how some of the images seem to be photos captured from a television screen. With video capture and video sharing not being as widespread as they are now, such a method was more widespread back then. This is shown further in the photo album, which is mostly broken, and with the few pages that aren't, are mostly screen caps rather than actually being video. The fan corner and did you notice sections are full of headcanons, little bits of trivia, and most intriguingly, fan art and fan fictions. Nowadays this would have just been posted on Tumblr or maybe Twitter, so to have this insight into the Cats fandom before it's centralised is quite charming. A further insight into the fandom can be found with the related sites page, which links to many other cat sites. Most of them are too long dead or abandoned. There are plenty of other tabs, but I think now I should elaborate on who Exeterina and Gemteaser are. The website is named after the former and both make appearances throughout the website, seemingly arguing on what they should be doing on the site. So, who are they? Luckily, that information isn't hard to find as both have pages dedicated to them, which reveals that both of them are fan characters created by the owners of the website. There isn't much to both pages apart from headcanons, although that shows that some parts of fandoms, like original characters, have been a near constant for the longest time. This, however, brings up the question, who did create Exeterina and Gemteaser? Who created this whole site? Well, like all things on this site, all you have to do is scroll down to the About Me tab and all will be revealed. This is Cassandra Cassie May Mosher, and she is the creator behind all of this. According to her, she was born January 19th, 1987, making her only a teenager when she started the Exeterina site. And in her own words, her fascination with cats started when her teacher showed the 1998 film in class one day, and she immediately became enthralled with the show, even managing to get her friend Ashley to become a fan, which is where Gemteaser comes from. Kathy's love of cats becomes even more apparent when you look deeper. The My Experiences tab shows her going to watch cats twice, once in Sacramento at the Golden Gate Theatre in 2001, and a second time in 2003 at Music Circus, also in Sacramento. And so, now you know how it all got started. A Cats fan site that got made in the early 2000s by a teenage fan, but got abandoned a few years later. However, this is not where the story ends. If you remember, there was another site she made, Six-Toe Rumpelteaser, that she used after the first got its homepage nuked. Journeying there on the way back machine reveals, in an ironic twist, the exact same fate befell this site too. Around the same time of June-July 2002, its photos and files got snapped too. Ever persistent, however, Cassie would move the site one more time to mysticalfelinity.50megs.com, which is amazingly still up. Journeying there, we are once more greeted by the same designs and layouts of the other sites, with some small differences. For instance, we can see in the updates that Cassie kept updating the site to at least June 8th, 2003, but all things must end, and it appears from this point that likely, she lost interest in maintaining the page and moved on, leaving these, as well as all other Jellicle sites she made, abandoned and silent. Or so it seems. Reading through multiple pages, one thing becomes clear. Cassie is not an actress nor associated with cats in any way. However, she aspires to be, even stating that she is planning on taking acting lessons. But there is no way to tell what happened to her. However, by reading one final update to the Mystical Validity homepage, we get our answer. In 2016, Cassie was casted to play Demeter in Runaway Stage's production of Cats, still in Sacramento after all these years. And while it might not be the largest production ever, as well as the fact she didn't get to play her two favourites, she got pretty close, taking one half of McCavity the Mystery Cat. And after all these years, our protagonist made it, and got to be in the show of her dreams. Not only that, she has been in many other productions, including Mamma Mia and Rent. While I haven't explored every part of every website she made, this is where the story catches up to the present, as she is still going to this day, regularly uploading to her YouTube channel, singing and continuing her journey that started all those years ago under the light of the Jellicle moon. So, what's next for her? I cannot say for sure. I know one thing for certain, however: nothing is impossible. She's gotten this far already, and as the Jellicles themselves say, Jellicles can, and Jellicles do.